Hey friends, I promised a few of you that I would show you how I put up the garland in front of my mantle this year. I've never done like a beefed up garland like this before, but because we have the TV, the frame TV above our mantle, I decided to do something a little bit more fancy. So let me flip this around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Took them down. Okay, so I don't want to dismantle. Do you see what I did there? I don't want to dismantle it, but I think I can show you without taking it down. Depending on what kind of mantle you have, you are going to want to have something that the garland can hang on to. So this is actually the bells. So the first garland that I put on here is this really cheapy garland, and it's 2 of them, and I attached them to this command hook. I'll link to the command hook below. But you just put a command hook on your mantle. If you have like a more rustic mantle, you can put a nail in it if you don't care, but I didn't want to damage mine. So I put a command hook there, a command hook in the middle, and a command hook on this side as well. And you'll see down under here, I don't even know if you can see it. There it is. It's over here. So the base for the whole mantle is 2 really cheap these really cheap bendy garlands. Okay, so I did one here and swagged it over the side. I did another one here and swagged it over this side. Then I took one that I got from Hobby Lobby years ago, and this is, I mean, it looks pretty cheap, but this is the one I've had on my mantle for years, and I just drape it across the top. So that is attached to this cheap garland by just wrapping these branches around the front of this garland. Okay, so they're layered on top of each other by using that base garland to kind of grab a hold of the next garland. And you can kind of see over here the corner, those 2 were long. So I have 2 of the base garland and 2 of the second garland that started in the middle and came up here and then here. And then the new garland that I bought this year is this one, and it has a little bit more of a real feel to it. And this is actually just, is it just 1? Maybe I did 2. I can't remember. No, I did 2. I do have 2 of them on there, but it has this very realistic base, or like a stem or branch or whatever inside. Anyway, this is the most expensive one. So you want to go, in my experience, you want to go least expensive on the back, the really bendy cheap ones, maybe like a middle grade in the middle, and then the most expensive, prettiest one that you want to display on the outside. And honestly, it looks so full and thick, and you can mostly see the most expensive one on the outside. So, and then people wanted to know how I got the bells. So you've seen everywhere the 4 bells that that come in a 4-pack. Let me show you what I've got. Okay, these are the bells that I'm talking about. They come in a string of 4. And so I took 3 of them, put these down. I took 3 of them. I started one over here and I looped this over the command hook, and then I'll put my branch back so you don't see the command hook. And so I just kind of tucked this, whatever it's called, the piece back here, the jute piece back there, and then I just kind of wove them through, and then you can see it here, and then try to cover them, you know, cover it with the branches. And then this one in the middle, I took one in the middle and I did 2 on this side, 2 on this side. So these are a little bit far apart, but that's okay. And then I took one, hook it here, and then did these 4 there. So it's 3 of those bell sets on the mantle. And then I just did little bows, tucked them in. They're not even attached. I just tucked them in there, stuck them on with some pretty ribbon. Of course, now I've messed it up, but I felt like it needed something. Sorry, I felt like I needed something to kind of cover this middle part. And then I did take battery operated lights and kind of string them through, and then I just tucked it back in here so I can come back here, turn on the lights like that. Got that one. And then this one over here. And you have some lights. So that's all I did. So it's 3 garlands kind of stacked in front of each other. And I attached the first garlands with floral wire to the command hooks so that they wouldn't come off, but it stayed up there. And then these stockings, I took 2 of them down, but these stockings are just attached. I don't know if I can even get up under there. They're just hung up there, like they're just stuck onto like a piece of garland. But I've seen other people take command hooks and hang them on the front, the face of your mantle. But I literally just hooked them up underneath in a branch, one of those first branches on there. So yeah, I hope that helps you make your own pretty garland on the mantle. Sorry, I'm out of breath. This is hard work. If you have any questions, leave them below and I'll try to answer them later.